Dear friends, today you are going to see the training on seed production and the culture of morals held at Sathilapa College, Palangutai. The program started with the prayer, later welcome address by me, and then the inaugural address by Dr. Muhammad Sadiq, Principal of Sathilapa College. Actually, he delivered the inaugural address and he met all the participants. And here the person is the chief guest, one Dr. Sudhakar, the head of the Department of Biotechnology, Manoanmaniyam Sundarnar University. So he was the chief guest, and for this training, the managing director Muhammad Riaz, his wife Reshma Riaz, and also the young directors Malik Al Muhsin and Muhammad Rayan, and also Numan Riaz, they visited the program. Then I delivered the lecture on induced breeding and seed production of morels. Here, what are the morels I selected? The Channa striatus, Channa moruleus, Channa punctatus, Channa diplogrammi, and also Channa gechua. All these details are also available in the episodes of the YouTube, the Morel Fish Expert. There also you can visit and see the minute details. Here, we induced these edible species by injecting the hormone. The natural hormone is pituitary and HCG, and then the synthetic hormones are ovoprene, ovotide. They all were also injected, and they resulted in the production of the seeds, and we compared. This picture shows our Aurikulam training center. Aurikulam cart. Here natural breeding occurred. You can see the eggs, you can see the early post larvae, and the early fry and the late fry. Feeding is the major problem. For the early post larvae, you can feed them with roti first. And for little bit when they grow, you can supply the Daphnia larger. And we also made microscopical observation of the young ones feeding on the plankton. Therefore, here you can see the young one feeding on the plankton. You should have, by the by, the larvae culture as well as live feed culture. The live feed culture is very, very essential to grow the larvae. So then only the egg to hatchling, hatchling to post larvae to fry, they will grow. So that is the most important thing which will decide the success or failure of the farmer. Otherwise, there will be heavy mortality. Here I invited engineer Ravindran. He and his wife, Mrs. Purnima Ravindran, some 7 or 8 years back, they attended a training program. Later, they tried morel culture using cement tank. It was the first attempt, and the paper was also published in their lawn, about some 250 square feet. They constructed a cement tank and introduced the morel fingerlings. Here, the stocking density is more. For 1 square foot, they introduced 3 morel fingerlings. Whereas, if it is earthen bond, for 1 square meter or about some 10 square feet, 1 morel fingerling could be introduced. So the stocking density is more for cement tank. It was a breakthrough in the history of morel culture. The paper was published, and the paper is also available in the net. If you search morel culture at Maharajanagar, you can see the video also, and you can also get the publication. He is a very nice person. His wife also gave the success story to the trainees. Every time the trainees visited their house, they showed very good hospitality. They shared their success story. Definitely, they encouraged the farmers to undertake morel culture using cement tank. And that video is also available in one of our episodes. I am not able to remember which episode. Therefore, I advise you to visit our new channel, the Morel Fish Expert, in the YouTube for details, and also the Facebook. So you will get more information about morel fish culture as well as morel seed production in our Facebook and also in our YouTube. Here they got help from their watchman. Only 1% watchman who collected the chicken intestine from the broiler shop. He cleaned the chicken intestine, made them into slices, small pieces, and supplied the morels. Some 8 months it will take, and all the morels, they reached 800, 700 gram, like the table size morels they obtained. In fact, in the training also they exhibited the morels. They gave some 10 morels for the participants to see the morels. And the morels were exhibited, and he also harvested the morels. The morels were ready for sale during the training also. Then our special invitee, one Dr. Marimuthu, he delivered a felicitation, not a guest lecture. He just shared his success story. Otherwise, the same topic which I discussed, it was again given by Marimuthu by his success story. He also selected induced breeding and also seed production of murrels. Here he explained how the brine is activated during the monsoon. See, we have two monsoons, northeast and southwest monsoons. So the brine induces the pituitary, then the pituitary induces the stimulating hormone so that the gonads will be stimulated. The testes will be stimulated, the ovary will be stimulated, the testes will release the milk, the ovary will release the eggs. So these eggs and the milk, when they join in the water, fertilization occurs and we will get the fertilized egg. The fertilized egg will take about 24 hours to hatch. So we will get the hatchlings, and the hatchlings will use the yolk sac for their survival, for their food, and then after 3 days, the yolk sac will be absorbed and they have to depend on plankton. So the reproductive biology of the snakehead was discussed by Dr. Marimuthu. Here you can see in this picture how the brine is activated, then the pituitary and also the hormones. Now Dr. Kavita shared her success story of how to do disease management. EUS, episodic ulcerative syndrome, is the major disease in marl culture. So you will come across the red patches, and there are simple techniques. All our publications are available in our blogspot, hanifamarl.blogspot.com. You can select the publications and you can get the article in the net also. They are available in our Facebook also. So she explained how EUS could be treated, because EUS is also a deciding factor. Actually, there are three problems for any fish culture. One is seed, second one is feed, third one is disease. If you have come across all these three, definitely it will be success for the farmers. And here Kavita, by her own experience, she tried to treat the EUS treatment, and there is also one Sifex ointment like that. It was available in the market. It was manufactured, it was developed by the SIFA Bhubaneswar, Central Institute of Freshwater Aquaculture, Bhubaneswar. So this also you can give. Now Sheila, she is another prestigious scholar. She is explaining the value-added products of marls and also the marl disease management and also the medicinal value of marls. See, medicinal value of marl is more important because marl is important not only for omega-3 fatty acid but also for arthritis treatment, for wound healing, everything. Here she tried the experiment by making a wound in the rat and how it was cured, how the wound was healed. She established tie-up with a renowned reputed laboratory in Coimbatore, and she has published 2 patents also in this. And the other thing regarding the marl cookies, she has filed the patent. Using the marl flesh, she prepared the cookies and supplied to the consumers. So after these guest lectures, we had interaction. Myself, to my right side, Kavita is sitting. To my left side, one Dr. Manikanta Raja is sitting. The next person is Anand Kumar. Dr. Manikanta Raja is a very good hard worker. He worked in the ICA or NAP project as research associate, and he was mainly responsible for the technology development and the transfer technology. Here you can see a participant who has come from Chennai. He asked about the feed of marl. So immediately I contacted one Mr. Bashir, who has a company by name Shrimpex in Cochin. So Mr. Bashir is sharing what are the floating feed and medicines and everything available in his company. These details also you can see in our episode. This person is Naveen. The other person is Shahrukh. Here, the person from Hyderabad, he is asking a question. First generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation. The fourth generation marl is more virile, he is telling, but I do not have any experience in that. That the same thing Naveen is also telling. But unless otherwise, I have the experience and my staff, my students, they work. I cannot give a judgment, and I don't want to give you a sweeping statement also. But according to them, from the first generation to the second to the third to fourth, that is more virile. I accept, but we have to prove that experimentally. And here the research scholars, as I already told you, about 23 research scholars, they work for their PhD on various aspects of morals. So they shared their success stories. Manikanda Raja also shared how the technology transfer he did so that the moral culture was popular among the stakeholders. These details are available in our Facebook, The Moral Fish Expert. Here, Dr. Abdul Qadir, Dean, Head of the Department of Physics of Sadaktulapa College, is distributing the certificates. In the evening, the participants, the trainees, they visited one moral farm at Kunnatur, about 10 kilometers away from the venue, from Sadaktulapa College. So it was very useful for the participants. And there, one of our former trainees, one Mr. Suresh, he is sharing his success story with the trainees. He also exhibited the fry and also the fingerlings for the participants. See, if the young one is red in color, that is early post larvae, late post larvae, it is very difficult to rear them. Mass mortality will occur. But once they reach to 2 centimeter, 2.5 centimeter, and mortality may be less, and even you can train them to accept the semi-moist pelleted feed and also the dry pelleted feed. These details are available in our Facebook also. Publications are also available. Because of the limited time, I am not able to explain. And one Manikam, a stakeholder, he tried only vegetarian diet also for the morels by having the tapioca, javla, prawn, etc. Here, Suresh is showing the bloodworm and also the Daphnia, Artemia, etc. as feed for the morel young ones. This is his pond at Kunnatur. And then a pair he selected, that is 2 males and 1 female he selected, and he tried the induced breeding. Here the hormone is HCG. First of all, you should check whether males and females are ripe. Actually, whether they are males or females, that also is a doubt. So that is why you check the color of the vent, make gentle pressure, and see the eggs will ooze out. In the case of morels, males may not ooze milt. So once the injection is given, within 24 hours, they will show some behavior, mating and courtship behavior. Even they will jump also. Because the gonads will be activated. So for further information, please visit our Facebook. Thank you everybody for seeing this video.